The deep ocean preserves secrets. It holds history better than any museum. But sometimes what it holds is too terrifying to look at. This isn't a sunken ship. It's a tomb, a relic frozen in time. Imagine your last mission starting here, sealed in a single claustrophobic shell. Your only view, a tiny periscope port. Your objective, an impossible kill. Your fate, already sealed by design. Decades later, we cracked the code. We found the Biber, not just a wreck, but a time capsule of desperation, a perfectly preserved relic of a failed empire, containing the chilling, irrefutable evidence of its last doomed pilot.
To understand the Biber, you must understand panic. By 1944, the Nazi war machine was collapsing. The massive, lethal U-boats were hunted to extinction. They could no longer fight conventionally. What was needed was cheap, disposable, and critically unseen. The answer was the Klein Kampfverbände, the small battle units. The Biber, or Beaver, was engineered less for combat and more for suicide. It measured barely 21 feet long. Its entire purpose was stealth. Electric batteries provided silent propulsion, allowing it to creep into Allied harbors where the massive U-boats couldn't go. Its primary payload, two 21-inch torpedoes slung underneath. But here is the critical distinction. This machine didn't carry one man and a crew. It carried one man and a massive, terrifying lie. The pilot, often a young volunteer with minimal training, had to manually control the boat's trim to compensate for the weight of the two torpedoes. The process of firing just one torpedo would catastrophically shift the boat's balance, practically guaranteeing the Biber would sink before the second torpedo could be released. The design was fundamentally broken. It was a weapon of desperation, built with the horrific understanding that success was secondary to sacrifice. But the sinking itself was rarely the most terrifying way to die in a Biber. The true horror was in the slow chemical decay of its own mechanism. This is what the expedition found. The Biber found on the seabed is a testament to the pilot's final minutes. Unlike many wrecks, this one was remarkably intact, sitting upright, a perfect steel coffin. The expedition's initial images focused on the exterior. Both external torpedoes were still attached, suggesting this Biber was taken down by mechanical failure, not enemy fire. Its mission was aborted before it even began. The true discovery, the thing that elevated this find from a historical wreck to a psychological horror story, was the interior. Using specialized deep-sea probes, the team managed to get a camera inside the cockpit. The single seat, the rudimentary controls, the lack of any meaningful life support, it all screams desperation. But the key piece of evidence was the source of the ultimate doom, the batteries. Biber submarines ran on massive lead-acid batteries.
if seawater compromised the casing, which happened constantly in these shallow diving vessels, the batteries reacted to create a lethal, odorless gas, chlorine gas. The death was not instantaneous. It was a slow, agonizing suffocation, sealed in total darkness. The pilot didn't drown. He was poisoned by the very technology designed to keep him hidden. The most chilling detail: the dive team found the oxygen valve still tightly shut. Why? The pilot, trapped and suffering from the chlorine gas, knew that opening the hatch meant instant drowning. He chose the slower, more isolated death, holding on to the faint hope of rescue until his last breath. The submarine became a torture chamber. The wreck is not just metal, it's an artifact vault. The sea floor, cold and dark, preserved crucial details. We gained insights into the final 24 hours of this desperate crew member. Inside the tiny cabin, the expedition documented a navigation chart. It was marked only with the mission's objective, a high-value Allied convoy route. The final pencil mark on the chart, just hours before the Biber disappeared, shows the pilot was hopelessly off course. But the real treasure, the emotional core of the discovery, was the personal effects. Deep within the silt, protected by the steel hull, were small, personal items that humanized the tragedy. A worn compass, possibly his own, now fused to the metal frame. And most hauntingly, a small, leather-bound diary, its pages swollen and fragile, but its contents revealing a chilling internal conflict. The diary entries, carefully recovered and transcribed, did not speak of glory or Hitler. They spoke of claustrophobia, doubt, and the intense psychological terror of waiting for the hull to breach. One entry, dated just hours before the Biber's launch, reads, "I volunteered for heroism. Now I understand it is simply isolation. The water sounds too loud tonight." This relic isn't a testament to German strength, it's a profound condemnation of Nazi human waste. This specific discovery forces us to ask, what if the Biber pilot was a saboteur? What if this wasn't a mechanical failure, but a conscious, final act of rebellion? The preservation of the wreck, especially the unused torpedoes, led historians to debate a radical, terrifying possibility: sabotage. Given the extreme psychological pressure, the awareness of the Biber's lethal design, and the collapsing morale of the German military, many pilots may have chosen their own fate. Rather than be captured or used as a human missile, they may have simply and deliberately sealed their own fate. The Biber's design was so flawed that an intentional flood, a minor system bypass, or even a deliberate overcharge of the sensitive battery system could have been achieved with minimal effort. It was the only escape from the terror of the mission itself. If this Biber was a conscious suicide mission, then this wreck is not just a piece of military history. It is a monument to a final tragic act of personal agency against a tyrannical state. The pilot's silence is his loudest protest. The official records state lost due to enemy action. The reality, as revealed by this deep-sea time capsule, is far darker and infinitely more human. The enemy was the Biber itself.
The discovery of the doomed relic forces us to reevaluate the true cost of desperation. It's easy to focus on the battleships and the massive armies, but the real horror is found in the smallest, darkest places. This wreck, sealed for 80 years, offers a chilling perspective. The most terrifying weapons of war are not the ones that kill the most enemies, but the ones that betray their own soldiers. The Biber was a technological failure, but an overwhelming humanitarian tragedy. Was the Biber the single most disastrous prototype of the war? Or was it merely one of many examples of technology outpacing common sense? We found the wreck, we found the evidence, but can we ever truly find peace for the pilot who chose to die in the silence of his steel coffin? We want to hear your theories. Was the pilot an unwitting victim or a final martyr of sabotage? Let us know in the comments below. To see the secrets of another doomed mission, click here to watch our next investigation. The Soviet Ghost Submarine, a nuclear secret lost forever. Subscribe and hit the bell to ensure you never miss our next deep-sea discovery.